I recently found this channel that started 2 weeks ago, has posted 11 shorts, and has already generated 13 million views. They're making 3D animated shorts that compare the salaries of different jobs. And I was also able to find this channel, which is doing the same thing, going viral on every short as well. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact system to easily replicate this content with AI. Step 1 is script writing. So what we want to do first is gather example scripts from channels within this niche. You can use a free website like youtube-to-transcript.com to extract scripts one by one, but the way that I recommend doing it is by using the tool Algro, which I've left linked down below, because not only did I use this tool to find this niche, but I also use the tool to create these videos. So you can come here under creation tools and click on YouTube Scraper. You want to paste in your channel URL, and then choose the number of videos that we want to scrape. We should be fine with just 10 though. And here we go, we have all of our transcripts and we can export right here. So I've left some prompts down below that we're going to be using throughout this video, but we want to paste the first prompt right here. What this is going to do is it's going to analyze those 10 transcripts, and then it's going to help us create ideas that are just like them, and then write scripts just like them. So we can come here and insert that file with the transcripts, and here we go right here. And then we can click run. And now it's analyzing the scripts, and now it's giving us ideas. I think we can do this first one, PhD professor versus underwater welder. So I'm going to say, let's do concept 1. And here we go, we have our script right here. It's that easy. And now that we have our script, step 2 is to generate a voiceover. You can use whatever voiceover generation software you want, but I'm going to be using Algro since they actually give you unlimited voiceover credits as part of your subscription. So you can come here to voice generation, and they have both 11 Labs and an Algro stealth model, which is actually way faster than 11 Labs, so we're going to be using that. You can come here and select a voice. Let's do English. Let's use this voice right here. And now we can adjust the temperature, how stable or expressive it is, and the speaking rate. So let's mainly just make it a little bit faster. We can come here and paste in our script and click generate speech. Once it's done, you can come up here to history and click the download icon, and here's your voiceover.
Versus underwater welder. Who makes more money over 20 years?
And then we can download it. Now, step 3 is to create a reference image. So that way we can have character consistency throughout our short. So within Algro, you can come here to image generation and paste in the second prompt that I've provided. We want to make sure that the aspect ratio is 9:16 and then click generate. And here we go, we have our image right here. I generated it a few times, so you might need to do that to get it really perfect. You can also edit the image down here as well. I'm going to say remove that circle that he is standing on. And here we go, now it's absolutely perfect. So we can come down here and download the image. Step 4 is to create our images and turn them into videos. So back here in Google AI Studio, you're going to want to paste in the third prompt that I've given you, and then you want to paste in an example video so that way it can watch the video and really understand what the video looks like and how it's made, you know, how the shots are done, what the shots look like, and then you're going to want to paste in your script. So firstly, since the script is right here, we can paste in our script, so we can put it right here, and then we can just copy an example video and paste it in right here. And click run. And here we go, now we have our shot list. And if we wanted to, we could also ask it to be a bit more descriptive with multiple sentences. And there we go. And now we can go shot by shot and copy and paste these prompts into Algro to generate the images. So we can paste in our prompt, and then we want to make sure that every time we do this, we upload the reference image that we generated in the last step. So there we go, our image is right there, and then we can click the arrow icon right here. And here we go, this is the first generation, and it's actually perfect. So each time we generate one of these, we can just hit download, save the image as shot number 1. There we go. And I'm going to go do this for every image, and I'll get back to you in just a moment. And now I'm back, I've generated all 15 images, and I'm very happy with how they've turned out. So now we want to animate the images. So we're going to come over here to video generation. And for this type of content, we have 2 main models that we can use. We can either use Kling 2.6 or we can use Grok. For the sake of this tutorial, we're going to use Grok. And now we're just going to go one by one, uploading each shot. The fourth prompt that I've provided is the baseline that we want to use for each shot. But then we can also add more depending on how we want the video to look. So for this, I'm going to say, quickly zoom in on the professor and then pan to the welder. All right, and let's see how this looks. All right, and here we go. Let's see how it turned out. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm just going to go do this for each shot, and I'll get back to you in just a sec. And now I've generated all of our final videos, so we can move on to the final step, editing. You can use any video editor that you want, but I'm using CapCut. I've gone ahead and imported all 15 of our videos along with our voiceover. So the first thing I'm gonna do is drag in our voiceover, and I'm gonna go and cut out these blank spaces right here. I can do this by clicking C on the keyboard where I want to place the cut, and then moving over to when the blank space ends, I click Q on the keyboard, and then I can bring this clip back, and I'm gonna go do that for every single blank space. And now the voiceover is a little bit quicker and a bit shorter. We can come over here and make the aspect ratio 9:16, and now all we have to do is go drag in our clips to make them align with what is being said in the voiceover.
PhD professor versus underwater welder.
So this clip is a little bit too slow compared to the voiceover, which is no problem because we can cut out the beginning of the shot a little bit, then make it end right here. So we can drag right here to make it a little bit shorter. And then what we can do is we can double the speed or make it even faster. So that way it fits in the voiceover right here. So if we have the video selected and come up here to speed, we can try putting it on 2x speed to see if this fits good.
PhD professor versus underwater welder.
I think it should get to the welder just a couple frames earlier, so we can speed it up just a little bit more. Zoom in, and we can drag this clip to the very end of that part of the voiceover.
PhD professor versus underwater welder.
All right, and that's perfect. And now we can drag in our next clip.
Who makes more money over 20 years?
And right here, it ends the sentence, so therefore we should end the shot right there. Both start at 18. That would be shot number 3 right here. So we can put that in.
Both start at 18.
And you get the gist. I'm going to come back to you when I've put all the shots in place. All right, and I've gone ahead and put the clips in place. So now we can come up here to captions, auto captions, and click generate. Now, obviously this doesn't look too good, so we're gonna stylize it a bit. We can firstly come up here to animation, and let's do the slight stretch effect. Now we can come back here to text, and we can change up the font as well. So I'm gonna do Comica Access. I like this font right here. I'm also gonna add a preset style, make it just a little bit bigger and a little bit higher, maybe right about here. And I'm gonna adjust the stroke to be slightly bigger, and I'm gonna add a shadow like this, and I think that looks pretty good right there. And now I'm gonna go add a few more effects, some music, sound effects, color correction, and I'll show you the final product.
PhD professor versus underwater welder. Who makes more money over 20 years? Both start at 18. The welder starts a 7-month specialized program immediately. The professor spends 12 years in school, 4 years undergrad, 2 years for a master's, and 6 years for a PhD. They graduate at 30 with $180,000 in student debt. The welder starts earning at 19 as a tender, making $45,000. By 23, they are a saturation diver, earning $150,000 a year with hazard pay and offshore bonuses. Over 20 years, that's around $2.7 million. The professor starts earning at 30 as a lowly adjunct, making only $50,000, eventually reaching $110,000 as a tenured professor after years of research. They only work 8 of those 20 years. After student loan payments draining $250,000, their total comes out to $650,000, about $2 million less than the welder. When someone says you need a PhD to be successful, remind them the guy in the diving suit is retiring at 40 while the doctor is still grading papers.
So that was the final product. I'm pretty satisfied with it. You could also add other effects like transitions or generate more footage to put in it, so that way you can have faster cuts. But that is how to create viral 3D animated shorts with AI. Make sure to check out the resources down below, and I'll see you later.